Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back into the basketball podcast. Today's topic is the NBA, and I'm so lucky to have my best friend from college here who's a pro on NBA and basketball in general.
How's it going?
Glad to have you here, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Best place in the world to talk to you.
My
Bedroom in Serbia.
Yes.
So let's go right into it. NBA season should be restarting pretty soon. We're recording this on July 12th. So maybe by the time you're listening to this, the season's already started. First of all, Will, what do you think? Is the season going to continue?
I think, yeah, probably. I mean, it seems to be going that way, but you never know with, Corona changing every day, especially with how bad the situation has become in the U.S. But I think that, there's too much at stake that maybe, we'll have to adapt, but I think ultimately it will happen. It'll be very weird, obviously, because it's never been like this, but I think it will happen.
I mean, when you say too much at stake, you mean money, right?
Yes,
but there's also lives of athletes. And
yeah,
all the
well,
people working.
Money, lives. Come on. We gotta prioritize money here.
Right.
There's too much money.
Capitalism. Okay. So, it's not all the teams from the NBA. Some teams are going to be left out. But we want to focus on, the top 8 teams from each conference and the playoffs. Right now, Eastern Conference, some no-name team is number 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The top team in Vegas.
I only kid because Will's actually from Milwaukee and a long life Bucks fan, and his team was never good until they got this Greek player, this European Greek player.
Nigerian. Come on.
Is he Nigerian freak?
He should be.
Nigerian freak. Okay. So, Eastern Conference, Milwaukee Bucks are first, Raptors second, the defending NBA champions. Then we have the Celtics, Heat, Pacers, Sixers, Nets, and Magic. And between the Magic and Nets, they're 30-34, 30-34, and 30-35. They have 6 wins more than the 9th-placed Wizards in the East. So why don't we go over the East first? Do you still think the East, quality-wise, is a lot behind the West?
I don't think so as much these days. I think the last couple of years, it's started to even out. I think when you read off those top 6 teams, they're pretty comparable with the West, especially now that the Warriors are, not relevant anymore. And, the Nets, too, although not this year, but I think next year, too, when you have KD coming back healthy, which they were talking about maybe he may be coming back for the new restart, but he's like, I don't want to risk it, which, they're not really in a position right now.
To make the playoffs, for sure.
And I think they just, Kyrie and KD are going to need more chemistry. Going to need games during the regular season to ramp up. He doesn't want to just come back now, fresh off the injury.
What's your biggest upset here in the East? Do you think there's going to be any upsets in the first round?
Off seeding, I could see Philly going into the conference finals. They shouldn't even be in the 6th spot right now. They have way too much talent. But, I think that's just a chemistry issue. Just pieces not working, but they could. I think they could easily be the second best team.
Is Jimmy Butler that big of a player that the Heat rise from not even making the playoffs last year?
Yeah, I don't think they did.
To being 4th, and then Philly dropping from the top 4 teams in the East to 6th. Is it Jimmy Butler?
I think Jimmy Butler is a big reason, but also Bam Adebayo had a big jump as a second-year. Tyler Hero was a good rookie, and Kendrick Nunn was a good rookie. They kind of just there's no obviously Jimmy Butler's a star, but there's no superstar top 5-10 player, but their pieces just fit well. Eric Spoelstra's a good coach, and Pat Riley always puts together good teams. So I don't think they have really the talent to go super far, but I'm surprised at how well they've done this year.
Out of all the teams in the East, do the Heat have the worst fans?
Probably. Come on, you can't.
What was
You
it?
can't redeem yourself after
2012?
one of those years.
One of those
LeBron
years.
That's unredeemable.
We're of course talking about, what was it? They were down by 20 to Spurs.
I don't even know if it was. Yeah, it was probably something like that. That was
20.
when Ray Allen hit the three?
Was it third or fourth? I feel like it was towards the end of the third quarter. People were already leaving. And then the fourth quarter, it was half empty. Ray Allen hits that three to go into OT. Let's digress just a little bit, because I want to actually... We had this conversation where I feel like there's a big difference between European and American coaches on if you're up by 2-3 points or even 1 point, should you foul and have the last possession to people say offense beats defense. Good offense beats good defense.
Right.
Do you ever... I mean, I feel like it's less often that you see a coach make a foul when they're winning towards the end of the game.
No, yeah,
in the U.S.
Yeah, in U.S., college or NBA, the philosophy much less likely to do that than European. I think there's some good times definitely to follow. I think it's very situational, and how much time's in the clock.
That play though.
What play?
The
3-1
up by three. What, like 20 seconds to go? They have Ray Allen on the team. I mean, they have D Wade.
At the end of the day, come on,
D Wade, LeBron.
LeBron bricked the three.
They didn't.
Because they subbed Tim Duncan out for whatever positional change, and then they gave up the O rebound, and then Ray Allen hits it. I mean, I don't remember the exact situation there.
But with the Serbian coach on the Spurs, come on.
He's not.
He's got. I'm trying to.
ICH, right?
Right.
I can't believe they did that.
He's Americanized.
I know.
But I'm still claiming all the best coaches are from the Balkans, ex-Yugoslavia. Okay. So Nets going through the next few years, maybe they're going to be a threat. Come on, Sixers.
I mean,
this year,
who they match up? Who's the 3 seed right now? The Raptors?
Celtics. But
that's
Celtics
the best first-round
and Heat are kind of close. 2 wins apart.
Oh, for the 3-4?
Yeah.
I hope Celtics and Philly stay on the.
But there's still like a quarter of the season to go, regular season. Well, now it's going to be less.
There's like 8 games.
Right. Because
they cut games out. They just want to get people to get warmed up before the playoffs.
Right. Okay, so let's just do a quick prediction as it is.
Okay.
Bucks go play the Magic. The season is continuing in Orlando. Big upset here. Home court advantage. No fans.
All right, Bucks 4 or 5. Anything more, I would be disappointed.
Okay. Vucevic. No faith in Vucevic.
No.
Okay.
Maybe they get one.
Okay. Raptors defending NBA champions against Kyrie and the Nets.
Probably Raptors in 5 or 6. I'm not too worried. If KD came back, it's different, but they're not that good
right. Okay, Celtics, Sixers. Let's say Sixers and Pacers have the same record currently, but let's say Celtics go against the Sixers. Upset.
The Sixers in 7. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're definitely more talented, but
if the Celtics go and play the Pacers, you feel like Celtics are going to go through?
Yeah. I'd say so. Yeah, they're 3rd and 4th best teams. Maybe even better than Raptors. Both those teams. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I mean,
with Kawhi leaving.
Kawhi, yeah.
Okay, so no love really for. Okay, and then you have Heat against Pacers or the 76ers. 4th against 5th. As it stands, it would be Heat Pacers.
Yeah, so Oladipo said he's not going to come back because he's technically healthy, I think, now to come back from his injury, but he doesn't want to rush it and wait till next season, so I'd probably Heat 6.
Okay, so no love for the Pacers here at all. Whoever the Pacers play in the first round, you have them beat.
Yeah, I got nothing against the Pacers. I think they win games against any of the teams, but I'd probably put them like 6th in the East in terms of overall talent.
Okay, so then that was the first round. Second round, it would be Bucks against Heat. So
yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
In 6 games, probably 5-6.
Right.
I mean,
who would? Do they have a big like?
You could try and put Bam Adebayo on Giannis.
Right.
That's what they kind of did with the Raptors. Just throw bodies at them. But they're younger and there's more talent in the Bucks. I don't feel too worried about that series.
I feel like the Bucks got super close to getting into the final last year, so they grew as a team. And then you have this Heat team that really, I don't know. I feel like they're outperforming.
Yeah, they probably outperform. They need, if they really want to like contend for a title, they need another piece, or I don't know, someone to take another step and become like a top player. Because last year, that would be
2 years ago, the only player that was like really good on the Heat was Goran Dragic, and he got All-Star 2 years ago. Someone got injured. Kemba, I think, got injured. He stepped in.
Oh, he stepped in. Okay.
Yeah, but now they have an all-star player on both ends of the spectrum, like defensively and offensively, with Jimmy. But I don't like Jimmy at all.
What? Why?
Bad for the team, I feel like.
No, come on. He was wrongly portrayed by the media with his Timberwolves disputes. Other than that, he's been fine, I feel like. Maybe a little bit in Philly, too.
Bulls?
He's fine.
I think he wanted to leave the Bulls.
The Bulls are a mess. They haven't been anything since Jordan.
Okay, so Bucks go into the Eastern Conference Final, and they're going to face Raptors versus either Celtics or 76ers. Let's say just, you said 76ers in 7, so let's say Raptors, 76ers in the other semifinal. Is it going to be back to Bucks versus Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I feel like probably the Sixers would win. I don't know, though. Maybe they'll just implode. But on paper, I feel like they're the better team. I don't want to play Philly, though, because Philly kind of just annoys me with their personalities, and they're just too extra. I don't want to...
Bro,
because losing to... Like, I want to lose the team where I'm not that mad about losing. You don't trust
the process at all.
That was... I mean, look at their team. How are they not better than... How are they the 6th seed in the East? What, Embiid, Simmons, Harris... Then they have other pieces too. Horford, I really don't.
I don't know.
How close is it? How close are they to second to the Raptors in these? How many games back?
76ers?
Yeah.
7 games apart.
Man, oh man.
I don't know. It's tough when you have a point guard that can't shoot, I feel like, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, how is Simmons not even developed? Like,
bro, he hit 1 3 in 3 years. Boban Marjanovic, that was on the 76ers last year, hit like 3 threes in the whole year. And Simmons hit 1 3 in 3 years.
He's like scared to shoot or what? Like, come on. If you
social media.
Like, I can shoot better than Simmons, apparently. And what if I repped like every single day? Like, I get pretty decent at shooting. Like, how can he not even like have an okay like
I feel
30%
like
from 3 jump shots?
Let's look up his free throw percentages, because I feel like
I don't think he's that good either.
What's the website for stats?
I mean, there's a lot of them. Sports Reference, what I usually look at. ESPN has stuff.
Right. Okay. This is still early days, so I don't have a Jamie in the studio with us to look up stuff just yet. Actually, he is kind of bad. This year, 62% free throw shooting.
What's his career? 59%.
That's really bad.
Yeah. That's usually a good indicator.
But for 3, this year, he's 33.
Well, he probably shot 3 threes.
So that means he probably shot 3 threes and made 1. Right. Because he's 33.3%. And then in his career, 8.7% from 3. I mean,
it's probably just in. I feel like he didn't even shoot at all before.
Right.
Just
super small sample size. Okay, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe they're gonna need more
Trade Simmons.
three-point shooters around the team.
I think it's just trade Simmons and get a new point guard and play through Embiid.
Well, they were going for. Oh my God, what's his name even? He went first in the draft.
Markelle Fultz, yeah, and then he went to Magic.
Yeah,
but yeah, that would have been better. I mean, Simmons is obviously a great player, but yeah, there might be concerns. Like, can you really win with a player like him? Maybe that's being too much. He's so talented.
I don't know. I remember when we were growing up, Celtics had Rajon Rondo, and he really couldn't shoot. But it was a different time in the league. Also, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's
like really.
See,
even in the last 10 years, it's changed considerably.
Celtics, for example, they had KG that could shoot not 3-pointers, but like mid-range. Paul Pierce that could shoot 3-pointers and mid-range, and then you had one of the best 3-point shooters of all time, Ray Allen,
right?
X-Buck.
X-Buck.
That was, I feel, and then you had Rondo that was a good facilitator, but not much more than that. Like, I mean, he was good going to the basket.
He was also what, the fourth guy in offense, whereas Simmons is like the second guy.
Right.
So there's more expected of him.
Right, but he kind of, his like playing style is kind of like what Giannis is doing, but obviously
he doesn't
less.
have the length.
Right.
The craziness that Giannis does, but he's a better passer.
When you see Giannis play,
but Giannis can shoot a lot better than Simmons, even though he's not a good shooter.
He's got the fadeaway shot too.
Right.
Giannis does.
Yeah. Even at the line, he's like.
But
70.
you see some, like, I know Kobe was a huge inspiration for Giannis, and you see some of like the craziness in Giannis that you see with like Russell Westbrook,
right?
Where they just go off and they're like mad at the basketball and at everyone else and at the rim. They want to destroy the rim.
Yeah, Giannis just has like a good mindset. Like, he's all about, from day one, even when he was just like a little rookie, he wasn't good, like working hard and
right.
Had that little chip on his shoulder. Is he
too big for Milwaukee?
What do you mean, he's gonna leave?
Yeah.
I feel decently confident that he'll stay, but maybe he'll leave. But
being from outside of the U.S. has something to do with that too. Because I feel like if he was from the U.S., he would want to go to, I don't know, Boston or Miami or L.A., like a bigger market. No?
Yeah, no, maybe. But when you talk about it, it's like, I don't even want to think about it.
Oh, him leaving?
That'd be the worst.
Best player on the Bucks since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes, and if he stays forever, best Buck of all time easily. If he even wins the championship,
you got win.
If he wins one championship, then he can leave, and I won't be mad at him.
You got I feel like for you to be one of the best players of all time, you have to win championships. No way around.
Especially NBA.
Right. Okay. So let's say Bucks 76ers final. I feel like Bucks have to go through. Like, that matchup is actually a lot better for them than playing the Raptors.
And we're better this year than last year. I think, considering there's not like a clear second really good team, there's like a bunch of like pretty good teams in the East, but other than the Bucks, like, there's no really great team. It would be a big disappointment if we don't go to the finals this year. That's even before Corona, like that. Like, if we don't win it all right, but if we didn't go to the finals, that'd be really disappointing. So I think it's theirs to lose in the East.
So why don't, like, out of all the people I know, you probably watch the Bucks the most. Why don't you tell us, like, what changed with the Bucks? Because I feel like they've had Giannis for a while, but they weren't this good up until like
last year.
Probably.
Easy answer. Budenholzer versus Kidd. Jason Kidd was not a good coach at all, and Budenholzer's system just instantly made it so much easier for everyone else, and that's what it was last year. We got so lucky that he was on the market because he's such a great coach, and he just fell into our laps because when Jason Kidd was fired, the Bucks were clearly the best job on the market, and he's been nothing but great for us.
Yeah, I just checked. He's the assistant coach on the Lakers now.
Yeah. I mean, people were like, because of his playing days and being a point guard, there's a lot of high hopes for him as a head coach, but he was on the Nets coach, and then our
he
coach
won his
wasn't that good.
First and only championship, I believe.
Yeah, with the Mavs.
Pretty late, 2011, and then he started coaching in 2013, like 2 years later.
Yeah, I don't think he
has the game changed that much since he won a championship. 9 years.
I don't know if that's necessarily the reason. Just sometimes people just don't have it.
I don't know if you remember that team. There was a lot of 3-point shooting. They had Jason Terry at Kidd. Okay, Kidd didn't shoot that.
Kidd became a good 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but I feel like he didn't shoot that much. They had Stojakovic off the bench. They had a
long time ago. Dirk,
obviously. Of course, yeah.
JJ Barea.
Probably JJ Barea, yeah.
But also, you can have a player. Tyson Chandler was much more useful than he'd be in today's game as a rim protector because he can't shoot. He signed a big contract with the Suns and then didn't do anything because the league passed him by. Like he rebounded.
I feel like similar thing happened to. My brain's drawing a blank. Played on Golden State, won a championship, and then went to Dallas. Now he's playing on the Kings. Harrison Barnes. I feel like he was too good for the money he was getting in Golden State, and then he got a bigger contract, and then he was like, okay, I'm good now.
I feel like on the Warriors, though, he was like perfect role for him. When he was like the fourth guy. Yeah, like he didn't have to do too much. He was always hyped up. He was a big high school recruit, big college recruit, high pick. He's all right. He should be better than he is.
Okay, but to go back to this, Kidd, like that team had a lot of 3-point shooting, and then you see the Bucks how they play now. It's pretty much just dunks and 3-pointers, and everyone's shooting threes on the Bucks now. And, well, except Giannis.
Well, Giannis isn't. He's been a little bit better this year.
Yeah, but doesn't shoot that much. Neither should he. I feel like.
Yeah, just put everyone else around him.
Right. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they weren't that type of team with Jason Kidd.
I mean, it also shows how much a coach's influence can have on that. Like, man, does it... Like, you can just tell they play so much better and cleaner and smarter, like, under Budenholzer. It's crazy. And, like, there's no... Usually you need, like, a legit big three to be, like, a title contender. But other than Giannis, like, Bledsoe and Middleton are really good players, but... It's not the same. They kind of everything just kind of fits well. And then Giannis is obviously a superstar.
He kind of brought Middleton to an all-star level almost. Giannis did.
Middleton, I mean, he's super efficient, but he's not gonna like.
I mean, he would not be as good on a different team. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He would put up better stats on like a bad team, but like he just the offense is perfect for him with the Bucks. Like, it really allows him to succeed, and he doesn't have to do too much. Okay,
so them playing, who's a better matchup for the Bucks? Like, a harder matchup? 76ers or Raptors?
Probably 76ers.
Better matchup, okay. But you think they win this year? Bucks
win the East? Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. That was like a solid 25 minutes on the Eastern Conference. Let's move to the Western Conference where, let's see, 8th through 1st. With 3 wins more, you got the Grizzlies. So let's just assume Grizzlies 8, Mavericks 7, 6th are Rockets, Thunder 5th, Jazz 4th, Nuggets 3rd, and then the 2 LA teams, Clippers 2nd and Lakers 1st. The interesting thing is Mavericks, Rockets, and Thunder have the same number of wins. Mavericks have 3 more losses, 3 games more played. So let's go through the list. Any really big I want to say surprises in the playoffs as of like who made it so far?
I'm surprised the Thunder are 5th. But hey, that's the Westbrook effect. When you ship him out, things start going better.
and the Rockets dropped down a little bit since last year and the year before.
Yeah. I like to give Westbrook maybe too hard at a time, but come on, there's too many examples.
Chris Paul also, I mean,
he's getting older, but yeah, I mean, he's still a good player. But yeah, I think Thunder, if they get a couple pieces, I don't know.
No,
they're in a weird spot, but they got a bunch of picks from the Rockets, so maybe that'll help them out. Or not the Rocket when they trade Paul George. Sorry, the Clippers picks. In the future, they could maybe 5 years be in a spot. I like the point guard they got too, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's really good, and like 21 years old. But yeah, I'm surprised at that. I didn't think they'd even make the playoffs. Maybe like 8 seed. But, yeah.
Right. Were you expecting Zion to make the playoffs this year with the Pelicans? And I mean Lonzo and all the other
I mean he missed a lot of the year. If he was healthy the whole year, maybe 8th, 7th, 8th.
They got some youth in them.
And
young team.
Zion's not ready to be like a top 5, 10 player yet. And they still need like another piece.
It is Luka one of them. He was in the MVP conversation at least a little bit this year.
Yeah, Luka's easily a top 10 player for me. It's for sure. And man, I wouldn't want to play them, but they're kind of screwed if they play one of the LA teams, so they got to get out of 7th spot. Because that's a tough matchup. Anyone else, I feel like they could beat the Mavericks. They're going to be good. They're going to be a player in the West for years to come.
Okay, let's go through the list. The Lakers, Grizzlies.
Lakers, easy.
4, 5?
Probably 4, maybe 5.
Okay.
There's always a chance you get that one game.
Yeah, we didn't do that for the whole Eastern Conference. But, yeah, whatever. We'll do it now. Clippers, Mavericks.
Probably Clippers in 6. I'll give Luka 2 games.
2 games?
But they're not ready to beat.
I don't know about that. I don't think...
You gotta get Luka Magic one game. Come on.
Okay, but you said 2.
I said
2 twice as many as 1.
You're right.
1 times 2 is 2. So
I'm biased for Mavericks. Don't ask for my Mavericks takes.
Okay, then I feel like this is actually a super interesting first round game. Probably of the 2 conferences, Celtics 76ers, and then probably Nuggets versus Rockets would be super interesting. Nuggets had some good games last year in the playoffs. I don't know.
The Rockets were just weird with their team now, though. They're so small ball. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know about all that
7 foot.
Harden, yeah, sure. Harden and Westbrook, like, I mean, obviously very talented, but
I don't know.
Like
psychologically, I think the Nuggets just completely fell. Like, I don't know. They really couldn't stop the fucking Trailblazers with the Lillard and McCollum. I feel like, I don't know. It got out of hand.
I mean, and they're good, but like I never like even in a 3 spot be like, oh, they could go.
I feel like the Nuggets
they could win a series or 2.
Defensive presence. I feel like that's why they got Plumlee, because Jokic is he's decent on defense in a sense that he can predict where the ball is going to go, so he gets more steals than the average like big man, but like athletically he's just
come on, he's been working out. He shouldn't wait. He's ready for the bounce back.
Can you see him, like, if James Harden goes to the basket, is Jokic going to do anything to stop him? Not really.
Yeah. That's definitely the best matchup, I'd say.
Right.
First round.
I don't know. I haven't been watching too much of the Rockets this year. I know Westbrook and James Harden had a few, like, disputes in the team.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Two divas like that, you got to expect that.
Right. So, who do you have going through there?
I'd probably take Nuggets 6 or 7.
Okay.
We'll see though.
I don't know. Hopefully, Jokic's got the coronavirus thing.
Oh wait, is he gonna play?
I feel like he is, but
if he doesn't play, then
not like now, like right away. I don't know.
Well, if he's playing playoffs, then I'll say Nuggets.
But otherwise,
yeah, that's another thing though. Like, man, what if Giannis gets the coronavirus 2 days before the finals? We're cursed if that happens. Like, who knows what's gonna happen in all these?
But I feel like Jokic is a huge part of the team, just like James Harden is for the Rockets.
Well, also, yeah, Nuggets don't have a ton of firepower. I feel like. So
I feel like
he's
a really good like screw that gets the whole machine going. Yeah. Like everyone gets touches when he plays. They pass the ball a lot more. Players are better around him. I don't know. Jamal Murray is a weird one because I rate him super highly, but then again, I don't know. This year, I feel like last year was a better year for him.
He's a great piece, but I wouldn't be like he's the second best player on the finals team. He's like a solid third guy.
Okay. Then we have Jazz Thunder. It might go Thunder Jazz
playing after he started this all.
Oh, I feel like he's immune now.
Yeah, he should be.
I don't know. We don't know.
Him and Mitchell. Oh, but maybe the chemistry now though, because Mitchell was really pissed off at Gobert for like acting like a fool with the corona.
Right.
I think
Gobert touching all the microphones and everything.
But yeah, I feel like Jazz will win that. I feel like the Thunder though, I'm surprised they're 5th. They probably dropped down to 7th. I don't know. You said it's tied. Well, Mavericks are 3 games back.
Jazz have one win more than Thunder, Rockets, and Mavericks. The Jazz do.
Yeah, Jazz are solid. I mean, they've picked well when you get Gobert and Mitchell both where they did. Like, that's great.
That was one of the funniest moments
of
2020.
What moment?
Gobert touching all the mics, and then literally, I think the next day he got tested positive for coronavirus, and the league stopped specifically because of the dude that was like making fun of the virus. It was so funny.
But no one was taking that seriously then, and literally 3 days later, everyone's like, "Okay, it's serious."
Bro, but you're tempting the devil when you fucking touch all the mics and do all this dumb shit. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so Jazz Thunder. Jazz
6.
Okay. Then we have Lakers playing the Jazz in the semifinals of the Western Conference.
Lakers 5-6.
I feel like easily.
I'm not too worried about that.
And then the other one, Clippers versus Rockets or Clippers versus Nuggets. I guess depending on if Jokic plays, but I feel like Clippers should beat both teams. I don't know. What do you think?
I'd agree. If it's not Lakers Clippers or Conference Finals, I'd be surprised. There's a lot of solid teams, but in a 7-game series, I can't see those teams losing. So I want to see Clippers Lakers, but also they could both lose. So
Clippers one of the better defensive teams in the West.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Kawhi and Paul George.
I'm a big Patrick Beverly fan, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
He doesn't even have to shoot or score for me.
And you like Lou Williams off the bench?
Yes. He's a street ball player, I feel like. Like a Jamal Crawford.
He came out of high school. He's been in the league so long. Because he's been in the league for like 14 years. He's only 32.
Yeah, but he's won, what was it? 2 or 3 best six man.
Yeah, he won on the Hawks. I think last year he won it too. Maybe another time. But yeah, he's so good. It's always fun, those like 6-man guys who just ball out when they come in.
Right, so 2015-16, Jamal Crawford. Then Eric Gordon, 2016-17. And I like Jamal Crawford and Eric Gordon. Then we had Lou Williams in 2017-18, 2018-19. So the last 2 years, he's won.
Oh, he won back-to-back?
Yeah.
He might win this year? I don't think he's good this year in terms of the stats. But I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay, so Big final, the derby of LA.
Man, I mean, you got Kobe, looking over the Lakers, so that you got to take that into account. It was the Bucks year, but now it's the Lakers year, team of destiny. This is a great matchup. I don't know. I'd probably go...
I feel like if the Lakers don't even have home court advantage, they will have, because there's so many more Lakers fans in LA than Clippers. What do you think? Is that an effect, in the playoff series at all?
Maybe.
Like, you play a home game and it's 80 to 90% Laker fans. Then you play away against the Clippers.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
would curb
50-50.
that. They would curb that. I don't know how that works.
It doesn't work.
But
Anyone can buy
no
a
fans
ticket.
anyways, probably.
Huh?
There'll probably be no fans anyways.
Right. You're right.
I mean, maybe. I don't think... Is the whole thing going to be played out? Because it's ending October.
I don't know. If they got the cure for the virus by then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not, though.
Nah, because you still have to give it to everyone. It would take months.
Right. Okay, so...
I'd probably... I mean, it's a toss-up. Maybe I'd go Lakers 7. I wouldn't say anything other than 7.
I feel
too
like...
close.
I don't know. The rest of the team, I feel like the Clippers have better chemistry. I feel like these...
running for the Clippers.
Anthony Davis and LeBron have, 50% of the team, let's say, at least, based on, points and stuff. And then the Clippers, it's more evened out. I don't know. Not even specifically for points, just, talent.
Yeah, Lakers have been better, I think, during the regular season, but, Kawhi just kind of coasts until the playoffs anyways. And they've been kind of injured. I really don't know. I mean, I think... What do you think?
I honestly have never really liked the Lakers, so I'm going to just go for the Clippers.
Let's go Clippers 7.
But I do think maybe in a year I would go more for Clippers, because I feel like they would need more time to adapt, and I feel like LeBron's getting older, even though you don't see it now. Every year.
PDs. Come on, when is that investigation coming out? This man has not aged. Athletically. And he became Hulk.
Right.
Come on.
Steroids?
Steroids.
Cocaine? Something else?
Steroids. He seems to be a stand-up guy, but steroids, because they help him win.
He has that shirt that says, buy art, not drugs. Steroids are drugs.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the news today? He's not going to put a slogan on his jersey?
He's not.
Yeah. I don't know why. He said that's not his thing or something. It was weird.
Supporting China is.
Yes.
Supporting black people in the
maybe
US.
He was like, I wanted to put a slogan on, but the NBA, they didn't have, I love China, on the list. So he's like, I'm not going with anything.
That's so funny.
Maybe he's worried if he puts a slogan on, it might be bad. I feel like it's always a business decision with LeBron. There's some reason why he did it.
To be honest, Artest already did the whole slogan thing before it was even cool.
Right.
World peace, come on.
Does he still go by that?
He did.
Who wants to go by that?
I feel like he did it the harder way, though. He had to legally change his name to have it on the jersey. Versus all these people, they're just like, oh, coronavirus plus all this stuff that's going on, now I can use the protests, Black Lives Matter, all this stuff, and use that to put on my jersey. So what happens if two players want the same thing on the back of their jerseys?
They'll have the same thing on the back of the jersey, but it's off the numbers anyways. That they're calling fouls or whatever.
Right.
I mean, everyone in
Announcers
Premier League has Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And where the name would be.
So okay, true. So coin toss, but we're gonna go for Lakers this year.
No, Clippers.
Just because we like.
Or we can just talk about both matchups. Lakers, Bucks, Clippers, Bucks.
Kind of sad to say this, but I feel like both matchups Bucks lose. To be honest,
We don't have the name brand.
A lot of teams that play the Bucks, first thing that I look at is rim defending. And Lakers, I mean, you have LeBron and you have Anthony Davis.
I don't want to play LeBron at all. It's either Bucks win or we lose and we give LeBron another ring. That's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're deeper though when we like our team gels better than the Lakers. But certainly, yeah.
But that's the thing with LeBron. Like, I respect the dude. I do not like his style of basketball or anything. And it's crazy because a lot of teams that he went to the finals with, you look at the bench and you're like, oh my, what? Who's paying these players to play?
LeBron always goes top heavy.
Right, so
they got J.R. Swish though now. Actually, I don't know if that was official, but they were looking at it because Avery Bradley's not doing Corona or not joining because of Corona.
Is J.R. Smith on your team in the final actually an advantage though? Is he not gonna score?
Well, he's a former sixth man. He was good, but nah.
In his New York days, 20 years ago,
and Nuggets, he was nice in the Nuggets with Melo. You gotta like JR. You can't.
I don't know. I feel like I always look at the team more, but the NBA, there's a few players that are so good that sometimes it doesn't even matter who the other people are.
Did you see the video of J.R. Smith beating that guy up? Oh, you should have seen it in the protests. Some guy smashed his windshield of his car, and then he chased him down and beat his ass on video.
Oh, I saw he got in trouble for something.
2 years to the day of when he forgot the score in the
I saw that
finals.
Crazy.
My guy.
Probably was too high.
And then, yeah, probably.
So maybe LeBron's gonna be like, okay, you can play on my team.
LeBron must like him because I feel like he had some saying all right, let's get JR.
Yeah, but no, I'll talk to JR and tell him he can't smoke any weed.
Just keep him out of the game in crucial situations when it's 1 point game.
Would he start for the Lakers?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe fifth guy.
I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. LeBron, Anthony Davis, I feel like could wear Giannis down.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that no matter what, either of those teams, like, they're gonna contain Giannis decently. So one of the other guys in the Bucks is really gonna have a good series. And I don't know if I trust Middleton to do that.
And the other thing is, if they play the Clippers, I feel like they could even put someone smaller on Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, if Leonard or George could guard him, and then you switch off and just give him all you can handle and help out, and you really cave in on Giannis and you make someone else beat you.
What did you think how he handled playing the Raptors? I guess the Raptors
had a lot of people to throw.
Yeah. I was gonna say they had more than one or two defensive players. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have beat the Raptors though. 2-0, and then they were almost gonna go up 3-0. And then they just...
But that's the thing, almost. If you go up 3-0,
I'm just saying, it wasn't like they were just dominated by the Raptors. It was a good series.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, Giannis is a year older. Maybe he'll handle stuff better this time around. Maybe his jump shot can be more of an asset. But definitely there has to be another Bledsoe or Middleton. Probably he's going to have to be Middleton to have a great series. I'd probably slightly favor Lakers or Clippers over Bucks.
Is this Giannis' last full year as a Buck?
Well, I mean,
does it depend on him either winning or losing in the NBA Finals?
I think for sure they got to go to the Finals.
For him to stay?
Well, and then, so he's one more season after this. And then...
But they might try and trade him next year to get something out of it before
Yeah, I know, but
he's going to be a free agent.
We can't trade Giannis. We're only going to trade Giannis if he straight up comes out and says, I'm not returning. Like, whatever we get for Giannis in return is not worth it.
Come on. At the end of the season, whatever happens, he wins, he doesn't win the championship, whatever. He knows if he's going to stay after the last year of his contract.
He might not stay. Like what LeBron shocked everyone on the decision.
I know, but I feel like, I don't know,
decided.
the Bucks gave him a lot by drafting. I don't know. They really made him a player. I feel like he is like, okay, I understand what you guys did for me. I'm going to tell you straight up.
Well, I hope he does so we can... But I don't even want to trade him. That's so sad. But yeah, I mean, if he told us straight up, like, I'm
right,
leaving,
you would rather get something for him than get nothing.
I think if we go to the finals this year, and then next year, they're still also very competitive, title contender, and then there's a future past that, why wouldn't he? Maybe he could talk with other players and form a super team. But I don't think he's like dying to do that. I think if he doesn't see like a promise though for like his next contract, then he would consider it. But like I'm not like super concerned that he's gonna leave, but he definitely could. But we'll see.
Okay, we still haven't went through the big question. If they play the Lakers or the Clippers, who do you think they have a better chance?
I don't know. Maybe Clippers slightly. I don't know. I just don't want to play the Lakers.
I mean, LeBron, he's played in how many finals?
Like
9? Something
9.
like that. Like, he has a ton of experience.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi, too, is a killer, but I feel like I'd rather slightly play the Clippers. But those teams are super similar. It just really depends how they both come out following the break.
To be honest, that Western Conference final, everyone, even in Serbia that likes the NBA that follows, everyone wants to see that.
Yeah.
The two LA teams. Especially because, like, we like rivalries here. You know, if two big teams from the same city play each other, we're like, yes.
Yeah, it's too bad no fans, man.
Right.
But LeBron's not going to fall off. So next year with fans,
I feel like Clippers don't even have really a super...
Yeah, I know, but just even the environment, like, just being in, like, an arena with a full crowd, like...
If Clippers win the NBA...
Bigger. Like, can you even imagine, like, we're watching the conference finals, and then we're in just a random gym in the Disney complex, like, that's so hard to get hyped up for that. Like, it's so sad.
Bro, you guys
even if it's
a
great matchup
of marketing. You'll make, like, holograms of fans and put them in the arena to get people hyped up.
I guess we haven't seen how all the U.S., big brain capitalists sports leagues are going to do it. Maybe they'll do it pretty well.
Not like Korea. Did you see what happened in South Korea?
Yes.
With
the blow-up dolls? They got, like, in big trouble for that. How did they mess that up? They couldn't find any other fake humans? Like, they were specifically in trouble.
Where you find fake humans?
Like mannequins. They were specifically in trouble because they were blow-up dolls. Like sex blow-up dolls. Like, what? Why did you purchase those?
But think of this. So it was probably some guys in their 40s, 50s, and they're like, okay, the games are going to be empty, so what should we do? And some dude was like, bro, you're not gonna... These things are amazing. I don't even like my wife anymore. I just like this blow-up doll. I feel like we should fill the stadiums with blow-up dolls. And everyone was like, fuck yes. Yeah. And they didn't have any women in that office because there's no way some woman wouldn't say, like...
Hey, maybe Korean culture, man. It's allowed.
You listen to K-pop?
No. Why is K-pop so big? Is that like international? Everyone loves K-pop?
Bro, I actually watched a video on why K-pop is huge. They actually have English lyrics in there too, and all. It's like a cultural movement, like the way they dress, like their music videos and stuff. It's crazy.
So you listen to it?
So the NBA Finals. No. Come on. I don't like regular pop music. I'm not gonna like K-pop.
Yeah, that's true. Not for me either.
Yeah, I don't know about the NBA Finals though.
I just want it to, like, I mean, man, it's not gonna be the same without fans.
And I know this is the U.S. and people wouldn't do this, but I feel like if it was Serbia, bro, people would be touching Giannis's face all the time to get him not to play in the finals. Like the opposing, like people that don't like the Bucks.
Yeah, but how
Like,
do you
if I was
get to Giannis's face?
Bro, I don't know. Like, cough in his food. If you work in the hotel, you like cough in his food or something.
I would cough in LeBron's food. I would,
bro.
But actually, no. You could get you could get a felony for that.
Bro, okay. True story. 2015, I think. Serbian Cup was happening in Niš. After the first round, or quarterfinals, then semifinals, Partizan was supposed to play, not Red Star, maybe Red Star in the final. I can't remember who they played, but 5 or 6 players and the coach got food poisoning and didn't play in the final.
Hey, come on. It's fair game. Make sure only your team's fans are preparing your food. So all out war there. That's like, come on, that's true fandom. That's like, I would fully support us doing that, but
also you have to feed LeBron or Giannis that food. Like, imagine LeBron. Bro, I would be under so much pressure to do that to LeBron.
Would you do it to LeBron?
I mean, it's LeBron.
You
gotta do it.
But no, he's like a superhuman. He may not even be human, so he probably wouldn't get it.
So in soccer, I can't wait for Ronaldo and Messi to not Messi, Ronaldo mostly, but for both of them to like move on.
In the new generation,
right? And then the same with LeBron.
Yeah,
I just
LeBron,
can't.
It's every year. It's LeBron.
Boring.
Yeah, get LeBron out. Anyone else you want gone? I feel like it's just LeBron. And I mean, like him or hate him, like it's been too many years where you're the focus. Like, we need new stars.
I mean, also you have fucking Golden State Warriors being great for 4 years in a row.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like they will be back next year.
The Warriors. That was terrible. You think they'll be back next year? Yeah, same.
No, not like in the final winning everything maybe, but in the playoffs definitely.
That'd be fun.
Higher up.
It'd be nice to have, more than just the 2 LA teams.
Andrew Wiggins on Golden State.
I think that's.
You think that's good?
Well, yeah, I think for him that's about as good as you can be. When you just need to be the
third
third guy.
Him, I'm just saying.
For the Warriors,
right? With their playing style, I could get.
Who did they give up for him? Why do I not remember? Who they traded?
What's his name?
D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, no, that was a good call. And when they signed D'Angelo Russell, they're like, oh no, we're not trying to trade him. But they basically just convinced Russell to sign with him because they had space, knowing they were going to flip him. I mean, Andrew Wiggins isn't that good, but I think in the Warriors system and as
he was crazy coming into the league.
He could be good.
Coming into the league, everyone wanted Wiggins.
He just needs to be he needs to be like Harrison Barnes, how he was.
But he's not. The
problem is also Draymond has been terrible. But I mean, now Wiggins knows his place. Like, he's not going to be like, I'm taking the ball over Curry and Thompson. Like, I feel like he probably.
But what kind of? I don't know. What kind of shots do you think he's going to have in that team? I feel like everyone knows, specifically on Golden State, what kind of shots they can do, what they can and can't do. And then you have...
Yeah, he'll figure that out.
You have Andrew Wiggins that played on the Timberwolves, where it was... I don't know. I really didn't like
but also
the type of basketball
were never
they
good.
played.
So when you're on a shit team, you kind of just shoot stuff and kind of bullshit your way through. If the Warriors are serious contenders, I feel like he'll be able to slip back into the third guy's spot.
They shoot threes a lot. The Warriors do.
I think the Warriors should just trade that pick they have.
He's not what pick?
They might have the number 1 overall pick.
Oh,
and just get
because why not? Let's just get
Curry and Thompson. Just right. I mean, they're not too old, but I guess if you get an instant impact guy. But the draft's not that good this year either. But I don't know. If Wiggins has to be good, because they need another guy. And Draymond's not a third guy.
Melo Ball, top 5 pick, top 3 pick.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's for the Warriors, because they have Curry and Thompson.
Right.
I don't know. There's not as clear-cut guys this year. There's a few, but we'll see. But I would love for the Warriors to be good again. Plus, they're less annoying now that Durant's gone. Like, there's just too many good guys on that team. Now it's like Thompson and Curry have always been and Green have been homegrown guys.
You know, like the 2K teams, like the whatever, like best 80s teams, 90s teams, whatever. I feel like the Golden State Warriors teams are going to be on it. But
yes.
Actually,
the 72-win team should be.
But actually, my favorite Warriors team is the one from the first year.
When they won it?
The first year. Yeah. Barbosa, David Lee.
Not David West. David Lee, yeah.
David Lee.
Sean Livingston.
Leandro Barbosa.
Yeah, you said that. Festus Ezeli.
Festus is... What was...
The big black guy?
I know his... Yeah, I know. But was he on that?
Yeah, he was. And then Harrison Barnes. And then the big three. Draymond, when he was perfect. Now he's kind of like... I don't know. He's too big of an ego. He's just not that good.
He has no arc when he shoots threes.
He shoots threes like he has a backpack on.
That's so true.
Doesn't he? Yeah. That's weird.
Bro, yeah. His shoulders like go up when he shoots. Yeah. It has no arc.
Yeah, he's goofy. Maybe.
But that team... My favorite team. Harrison Barnes. Did we say Harrison Barnes? Real good
they had Bogut. Did they have Bogut?
Yes. First
year. When they actually won it.
They traded away a lot of players.
First overall pick. Terrible.
Come on.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to be back. Not like... I don't know.
Well,
do you think they're going to be contenders?
I think
next year?
Maybe. Clay's back. Clay's a beast.
Bro, but also you got to think about the West that has...
they'll be a top 5 team.
You got Luka. You have Rockets with Westbrook and Harden. You have Jazz that have Mitchell, Gobert. I don't know who else. A few good players. You got the
Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles. Yeah, but I feel like Nuggets are always going to be decent, but never going to be good enough to actually contend the way they are now. They'll have to get a score.
I think Warriors could be top 3 team in the West though, and be right up there with the
Clippers, Lakers.
I don't know if they will. That's a little bullish, but they should definitely be back in the playoffs.
Yeah, back in the playoffs.
Well,
for sure.
top 5, probably top 4.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, thanks for talking to me, and thanks for all the listeners for listening. Let's see. Should be interesting if the coronavirus is going to be a big impact or not a big impact. Some other professional sports leagues around the world seem to have it figured out, kind of.
Yeah, I can't believe we haven't figured it out quicker. Because you think we'd be good at that, but no. Maybe it's just too many cases. It's a lot harder.
Bro, yeah. U.S. is, like, probably the worst.
But just isolate everyone. Like, come on. Let's get it going.
Yeah, but that is interesting that, like, the NBA, every really, really good team has, like, 1 or 2 superstars. And if one of them gets the virus at some point and can't play...
Yeah, basketball, yeah.
Your whole team...
Name any of the top teams. If Clippers lose either or Kawhi or George, Lakers lose either LeBron or Davis, Bucks lose Middleton or Giannis, like, they're done.
Come on.
Done.
If they just lose Middleton.
That'd be the least of the losses of all those, but still. They're in a tough spot.
Should be interesting. Let's see how it goes. No fans. Disneyland. Who's going to conquer Disneyland? Let's see.